We have a special report today on Syria. It has been 2 weeks now since the Islamist group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, swept across the country in a lightning assault that took everybody by surprise. Now, there are a lot of questions about the group's leader, Abu Muhammad al-Jolani. He started his career with al-Qaeda in Iraq, a group that targeted Iraq's Shia population with a murderous bombing campaign. Then he went on to found the al-Nusra Front in Syria. But he broke with al-Qaeda in 2016. Now, using his real name, Ahmed al-Sharaa, he has renounced global jihad and says he'll protect the rights of Syria's Kurdish, Christian, and above all, Shia minorities. Jolani has so far been true to his word. While there have been summary executions of members of the hated Assad regime, HTS fighters have generally shown restraint, but not all of them. Rafidi is a term used by Sunni jihadist fighters to mean Shia Muslims. Kafir means non-believer. Bashar al-Assad and his closest supporters belong to Syria's Shia Alawite community. Now, these fighters are Afghan. Afghan volunteers have been fighting in Syria's civil war for years. In the latest offensive, some of them pledged allegiance to the leader of Afghanistan's Taliban, Hibatullah Akhundzada, in a phone call. They are among several thousand foreign fighters who helped the HTS sweep across the country. Among them, Uighurs from China and Chechens from Russia, followers of global jihadism with rhetoric that goes along with it. Thomas Pierret is a researcher and expert on Islamic militant networks in Syria.
Il y a une dizaine d'unités combattantes composées d'étrangers qui opèrent sous le commandement militaire d'HTS. La plus importante peut-être en nombre est constituée de Uighurs, c'est ce qu'on appelle le parti islamique du Turkestan. Ce sont des ressortissants chinois, je pense doit compter quelques centaines de combattants.
The Uighurs were in the thick of the fighting from the start. They accompanied the HTS in their advance from rebel-held Idlib province, then advanced south through the country into the Alawite stronghold on the coast at Latakia, and on to the capital, Damascus.
The
Uighurs were one of the larger groups fighting alongside the HTS.
Et puis on a des groupes de moindre importance, il y a un groupe ouzbek, un groupe tadjik, un groupe albanais. Et puis on va trouver alors aussi des combattants étrangers, mais qui sont individuellement intégrés dans HTS, hein, qui n'appartiennent pas à des unités étrangères. Au total, on est sur des chiffres qui sont, à mon avis, sont relativement faibles. Je pense qu'on parle peut-être de quelques milliers de personnes.
Among the smaller groups is a group of Chechens from southern Russia's Caucasus region. They wrote the name of their group, Ajnad al-Kafkaz, in the sand on the beach at Latakia. Then they advanced to the capital.
И мы сегодня, находясь в Амиятской мечети, в сердце Шама, хотим оправдывать всех наших братьев.
While Chechens were among the first to come to Syria when the fighting began in 2012, the number of foreign fighters has dwindled in recent years.
On n'est plus du tout sur les échelles de ce qu'on pouvait voir au milieu des années 2010, où on avait plusieurs dizaines de milliers d'étrangers, de volontaires étrangers en circulation en Syrie. On est sur des effectifs assez réduits, qui plus est avec un tri qui a été opéré surtout depuis 4 ans par HTS. Il y a des unités qui ont été démantelées, hein, notamment une organisation tchétchène qui a été démantelée il y a quelques années. Un commandant tchétchène avec ses fidèles qui a préféré quitter Idlib et aller en Ukraine en fait, pour se battre contre les Russes aux côtés de l'armée ukrainienne parce qu'il n'était plus le bienvenu auprès d'HTS.
2 weeks after the fall of the regime, there have been few reports of revenge attacks.
On a constaté qu'il y a dans HTS une structure de commandement qui est assez efficace. Il y a une vraie discipline dans les rangs de l'organisation. Toutes les instructions qui ont été données pour éviter les pillages, etc., les exactions, elles semblent avoir été dans l'ensemble relativement écoutées par les combattants.
We spoke to members of Syria's minorities who asked to remain anonymous. Sami, a Christian from Homs, said his family had at first been afraid of the rebels. The rebels approached our Christian villages and towns with a deliberate effort to reassure the population, he told us. They first met with priests and guaranteed the safety of the Christians. Ali, an Alawite from the Homs region, told us the rebels came to his family's village too and guaranteed the safety of the Alawites. But he said his family was terrified and couldn't trust them. They fled to the mountains to wait and see what happens next. The HTS have already been governing part of northern Syria for 8 years. It remains to be seen how they will govern the country.